People typically fall into two groups when it comes to finding your artistic voice. One will say, you just need to keep drawing, it'll come to you. The other will say, study, analyse, copy, and reference. I say, go somewhere in the middle. In this video, in case you didn't read the title, I'm going to explain to you how you can find your artistic voice, whether it's comic book related or not, and how you can evolve artistically. Let's go. Step 1. What do you like and what do you not like? Me, I absolutely love 90s comics. I love the gritty, dark textures, the overabundance of unnecessary rendering, and I even love all of the pouches. Now, for the dislike. Back then, women were drawn in a particular way. It's not really for me, and in modern comic art times, I'm not really a fan of the more cartoony style approach that is going on, but that's just P.S. Don't come for me. It doesn't mean that I don't think that they're good, they're just not my cup of java. Step 2. Why do you like it? Why do you dislike it? Now I want you to be critical about this. Why do you like it? What is it about it that you like? What is it about it that you don't like? If you know the answers to these questions, then you can take that into your own work and make it better. Step 3. Create an inspiration folder. Now, you can call this a reference folder. However, if you allow me to get a little bit artsy and a little bit far out, it's because inspiration is such a much more powerful word. These are going to be images that have captured your eye and made your brain get that little dopamine kick that we're after. There's something good about them. And reference just doesn't cut the mustard for me. It's inspiration. It's so much more positive than the word reference. Okay, that's my artsy-fartsy bit out. So I read a lot of comics digitally, as I like to have comics with me wherever it is that I go. However, you can do this with any technique, any artwork, or anything that you like. If you love Pinterest, if you love Tumblr, if you love Instagram, wherever it is, snippet tool or snag it tool these images and put these into the inspiration folder. And if you're like me and you like a non-definitive list or tick box exercises, here is a list of things that you can look out for to put into these folders. Anatomy, dynamic figures, faces, hair, line weight, lighting, rendering style, backgrounds, shadows, visual effects, sound effects, lettering, panel composition, storytelling, and script. This will all be in the description down below, so don't feel like you have to whip out a pen and paper and write all this down. Don't worry, I've got you. So let's get into my folder and see what this is all about. So as you can see here, I have a whole range of folders. These are my personal inspirational folders. These are artworks that I think there is something that I can learn from. For you, these folders might be totally different. There might be hands, feet, animals, instead of poses and capes and folds. The way that I use this is, say for example I'm drawing a background and my brain is totally stuck and I can't figure out what to do. What I can do is hop over to my inspirational folder, click on the background that I think would be suitable, and then peruse the images, see if some sort of inspiration strikes, see if there's something that I can learn from. So say for example, I absolutely love this one. Here I can take elements from it, make it my own, and learn from it at the same time. Another example is if I'm struggling for a pose, I can simply come into here, choose which type of pose it is, say if it's standing, then I can peruse these and have a look, because great artists will make even a standing pose personal to that character. So for example, Cyclops stands different to Colossus, and Rogue stands different to Jean. It's amazing what you can see when you group things together and study them side by side like this. Step 4. Go forth and create. So you'll notice over time, using this technique, that your artwork will improve. And the reason being is that you're filling your creative little noggin with things that you love. You keep a distilled folder of things that make you happy and things that inspire you to get better as an artist. Step 5. Let me know in the comments who your favourite artists are. What are you going to put in your folders? I'm always on the lookout for other artists to study. I would really love to hear from your opinions as to what you think. Do you do this already, or are you going to pick it up? Let me know down in the comments. And obviously, if you feel like it, give the video a like, and if you really feel like it, hit the subscribe button. Thanks. See you guys next week.